What's poppin', T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with my all tea, all shade Euphoria Season 2, Episode 1 review. Euphoria is finally back after a 2-year hiatus, and I could not have been more pleased with the season premiere. Baby, all I got to say is protect Fezco and Ashtray with everything. Yes, ma'am. So on tonight's episode, we start off with Fezco and Ashtray's origin story. So we learn that Fezco father owned a strip club. He was this fat fuck who was beating on him. His grandmother found out about that his father was beating on him, went up to the strip club, ran up on Shorty, and shot him in both of his fat ass ham hock legs and told Fesco that he was gonna come start staying with her. At that point, she taught him the game, taught him how to, deal drugs, how to deal on the street, and she gave him a piece of advice that actually ended up coming around full circle for Fesco in this episode. When they were in the car, she said to him, let me find it. She said to him, um, when Ruse narrated, she said his grandma also taught him that despite what they teach you in school, violence is sometimes the best possible way to solve a problem. Foreshadowing right there. So, like I said, Fesco starts working with his grandmama. He becomes her right hand man. And at some point during his childhood, he comes home one day to find this little baby laying in the hallway, child. Apparently, the little boy's mama gave him up for collateral until later on that night, but the mama never came back to get him. That baby name is Ashtray because one day while they were in the kitchen and the baby was in the tub taking a bath, he picked up one of the grandmother's cigarettes out the ashtray and tried to eat it. So that's how he got the nickname Ashtray. Fesco took care of Ashtray, treated him like a brother, raised him with his grandmother until the grandmother ended up, I think, having a stroke or something like that. And at that point, Fesco, of course, did not call the police because they would have been sent to foster care. So he took her to the hospital himself, but it was too little too late. She had already went into a coma. So therefore, he's been taking care of her solo dolo and Ashtray and took over the family business. Ashtray and him both ride for each other. And when Fesco was at their supplier's place, the supplier's name was Mouse. Dude was coming at Fesco like he was about to pop him. Ashtray hurried up and grabbed a hammer. Mind you, he ain't nothing but like 10 years old. And he crept up on old boy, knocked him in his shit with the fucking hammer, killing his ass, and then hit his little worker in the nose with the hammer, busting his shit. And Fesco like, dude, what the fuck is you doing? Like, Ashtray is always on fucking go. I love this duo. I pray that they don't break them apart, but something is telling me this season is going to end with Fesco dying or either going to jail. That's what I see happening. This is a very dark show, and I found out that this season is going to be super, super dark and very triggering. So be mindful of that. But I am here for Fesco and Ashtray. The little boy that play Ashtray is so cute. So then we see them present day in the car, and Rue has relapsed. She relapsed at the end of last season. She in the back seat with in the car with Fesco and Ashtray. She in the back seat sniffing Adderall or whatever the fuck she on, rapping "Hit 'Em Up" by Tupac, getting on their motherfucking nerves. Ashtray like, "Can you tell your friend to shut the fuck up? We trying to do some motherfucking business." So Fesco like, "Yo, you need to chill." She was like, "All right, all right." So Fesco and Ashtray link with the worker that Ashtray busted the nose so they can meet with the head supplier on getting some more product or whatever. So Fesco tells Rue to stay in the car with dude Shorty, who's a junkie as well, and do not get the fuck out. We'll be back. So him and Ashtray jump out with the dude or whatever. So Rue is left in the car with this junky ass girl who looked like she need to eat some ham hocks, some pig feet, some collard greens, cornbread. Baby girl was like this. So while they in the car, the girl end up pulling out an Altoid box that's with, filled with heroin. So she shoots the fuck up, and Rue like, I don't think you should be doing it right now, cause she like, I don't know where the fuck we at. We in this dark ass alley. Like they told us to wait. This girl is shooting up in her pussy and shit. Like what the fuck is going on? So then all of a sudden, these dudes that work for the head connect come rushing out and hem them the fuck up out the car and take them inside the house. So now they're all being held at gunpoint, including Fezco and Ashtray. So one of the dudes tells them that, I basically can't trust you. I don't know what the fuck y'all on. He trying to deny that they don't even sell drugs until he turns up the music and was like, all y'all motherfucking strip, because he want to make sure ain't nobody got no motherfucking wires on. He tells everybody to strip except for Ashtray because he's underage. And it's so funny that he tries to have morals in this scene. Like, nigga, you are sitting up here selling dope, holding people by gunpoint, but the little kid shouldn't get undressed in front of us, even though you're dealing with a little kid. So, the junkie girl was like, obviously, I don't have on no wire. Child, that man grabbed her by her head and bopped her shit up against that wall and put a dent in the wall. Y'all, I laughed so fucking hard. Rue, however, does not get undressed. And I was like, because I was thinking, like, is Zendaya about to go topless? Is she about to do this? But she did not do it. So when she doesn't get dressed, the dude then throws her ass into the shower, turns the shower on, and tells her to pull down her pants, but we don't see her pull down her pants. Of course she does it in the scene, but we don't see Zendaya actually do it. Child, all I know is I can focus on the guy that got his nose broke, his little Peter Weeder. His little Peter Weeder. Ooh, Jesus, why did he do that to himself? Baby, I know you wanted to take a role. I know that you wanted the exposure. This was a great opportunity. But baby, this is not gonna help you in your love life, because that little man is a short man. Don't want no one. His little Peter Weeder was woo. Fesco covered his penis up or whatever. He didn't look like he was working with much either. So Fesco ends up asking the lady Lori who was running shit, can he talk to her one-on-one? And she asked him, like, what happened to Mouse? And he was like, I ain't like the way he was running business. Basically, he ain't gonna be around no more. So Fesco ends up securing a deal with the Lori lady. She goes into the closet, grabs the pills, they give her the money, and then they bounce. So all is well, even though they almost caught some hot ones. So Rue in the back seat, big in the shit of like, oh my God, this shit was wild. That was crazy. Like, oh my God, that was like a high. Like, ooh, what the fuck? And Fasco like, bitch, stop acting like you don't give a fuck that we almost died. Like, this shit ain't motherfucking funny, bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I know you up here high and shit, but damn, bitch, like, we really almost died. Like, Rue was in the backseat tripping, but that's what dope addicts be like. Addicts don't be giving a fuck in the moment because they so high and oblivious to, the real world, that everything is just like some other realm type shit to them. So they end up going to a New Year's Eve party after they done did this deal, which I'm like, y'all gonna drop the shit off at home? Like, what the fuck? How y'all just gonna go from here to a party and not drop the product back at the crib? What? So Rue sees Jules at the house party. Mind you, she hasn't seen her since she left her at the train station, and she ducks down and hides from her or whatever because she's embarrassed. Old girl just left her. So Cassie's sister Lexi runs up on Maddie like, yo, Cassie and me got into it in the car. That bitch was drunk. She hopped out in the middle of the street and I can't find her. She didn't answer the phone. So Maddie like, the fuck? I love me some Maddie because Maddie is so fucking superficial, but I love the way they style her. They always give her a very 90s at night I dream of you sense of style. I love that. So um Cassie, however, is drunk as boots, walking through the gas station, heels leaning, and she buy her little snack and she's sitting on the curb when Nate shows up to the same gas station to get him some brewskis. So they end up talking outside about relationships and shit because her and McKay broke up, him and Maddie broke up or whatever, and she was like, I just want to focus on myself because I keep on making mistakes and not learning from them. And I was like, well, this episode proved that because baby girl's still doing the same shit that she always does. So he offers her a ride to the party, and of course she take it because she hiding the ass and she uses her body to get attention because she's lacking it from home because her daddy ain't in the home no more. So they drinking on the way to the party. Nate ass on his psychopath Dexter type shit up here pushing the limit with the to the pedal going 100 miles per hour. She getting scared and shit, but also she low key turned on. He end up running over a speed bump or some shit, and her alcohol ends up ruining the bottom of her dress. So her freaky ass just decides to take off her panties and lean up out the window like she Beyonce in the Formation video. And he up here looking at her pussy and shit. I'm like, you two nasty niggas need to go to fucking hell. So back to the party, Maddie tell Lex, like, I'm sure she fine. I gotta go to the bathroom. So she goes to the bathroom, not gonna do it, like, I need to get in there, I gotta pee. Lo and behold, not knowing that Maddie and Nate are on the other side in the bathroom fucking. And I must say, the girl that plays Cassie got great boobs. Like, her boobs are fantastic. So when they hear Maddie, they like, oh shit. She like, oh my God. You know, because that's her motherfucking best friend. And she in the bathroom fucking her ex nigga. So he covers her mouth, and she like, oh shit, I have fucked to the up. So Maddie steady banging on the door, like, open the door, because she heard Nate in there. She like, Nate, open the door. I gotta use the bathroom. Open the door. He like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So then we see Jules kicking it at the party with Kat or whatever. And I really like Kat's character too. I love her. So Fesco ends up on the same couch as Lexi and get to rapping to her, like they build up a little conversation, a little friendship or whatever. Remember, Lexi and Rue used to be besties when they were kids. So Rue ends up leaving the party and going and hopping in Fesco's car by herself and lays on the back seat. And as she's laying on the back seat, she spots old girl's heroin. I'm like, God damn, this bitch already been snorting all night. Now this bitch about to pop heroin. Like, damn, Rue just don't give no fucks. And you know, I don't know if it uh seeing other people do drugs affect you all like this, but when I see people doing drugs on film, like it literally makes my body hurt. Like it it makes me uneasy. I just cannot stand the sight of it. I don't know if it's because I grew up with a drug addicted uncle, but it just makes me cringe. It just makes my body physically hurt. So Maddie is still banging on the door. Nate and old girl in the bathroom trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Maddie now at this point think Nate and her taking a shit at a motherfucking party, like, you nasty motherfucker you. Cassie is freaking the fuck out because if Maddie finds out that she fucking her nigga, like, it's curtains for her. Maddie is going to be on some bad girls club type shit and ruin her life. So while Maddie is waiting on Nate to open the fucking door, enters a new character by the name of Travis, played by Lil Meech. So he like, haven't I seen you before? He trying to rap to her, and she like, no. So Rue then, high as a kite, returns to the party. So I'm guessing that her character ended up doing the heroin in the car. So now she on heroin and whatever else she was snorting beforehand. So Nate comes out, and Cassie was like, oh, you nasty motherfucker, you was in her shit and didn't even wash your hands. You disgusting. So she goes into the bathroom, not knowing that Cassie is in the shower, hiding in the tub, in these random folks' tub. Gross. Do not use alcohol. Do not use drugs. This is how your life will end up, in somebody dirty ass tub, and you don't even know these people. So Maddie in there pissing while her best friend is laying in these people nasty ass tub that needs some comment, hiding from her because she just got done fucking on her nigga. So Nate eyes Fesco, and then he spots Jules in the party. And season one, I really was seeing it for Nate and Jules. I wanted them to be together, but Nate is a psychopath. So Rue goes into a room, you know, she just opening, trying to open doors, and catches this dude named Elliot sniffing. And at first she was like, oh my bad, sorry. Then she saw drugs. She was like, ding, ding, ding. And she goes back in and was like, what you doing? And he was like, oh, nothing. I'm just, you know, a whirlpool worker. And she like, look, you tell me what drugs you on, I tell you what drugs I'm on. And he was like, shit, bet. So now they besties. So Maddie gets off the toilet and realizes that there ain't no fucking toilet tissue. And she like, fuck. She was like, what the fuck am I gonna wipe my pussy with? And so she sees the face towel and the hands towel on the rack. And so she like, oh my God, I gotta use this to wipe my pussy. And I just wanted to throw up, bitch. I would have air dried my shit. I just would have shook that shit off before I put somebody's towel on my pussy. You don't know if they use it to wash their body. It could be crabs. Ooh, on that bitch. I'm just, ugh. Now, mind you, the shower curtain is slightly open. So if she grabs it like full on, she'll see Cassie laying in the fucking shower. So Cassie is freaking the fuck out. Like, oh my God, I'm about to fucking get caught. She grabs the fucking towel, however, like this, so she does not see Cassie, and she wipes her pussy, and then she hurries up because she's grossed out and throws it into the shower, and it lands on Cassie's face. Cassie is disgusting, but I'm like, bitch, that's what the fuck you get for fucking your bestie nigga because you ain't got no motherfucking self-esteem. So when she leaves out the bathroom, Travis stops Maddie, was like, you want to smoke? And Nate sees him go into the bathroom with her, so he looking like, damn, like, they in the bathroom together. Cassie's still in the motherfucking shower, like, fuck. So Rue gets high with dude, and her heart rate starts to slow because she has done way too many drugs back to back to back. So dude was like, what the fuck? She was like, I think I'm going to cardiac arrest. So he timing her heart rate or whatever, and it's slowing and slowing and slowing. So she was like, grab the Adderall in my sock or whatever, that'll help boost my shit back up. I was like, God damn, this bitch gonna kill her goddamn self. So Jules is running around the party looking for Rude. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you looking for her? Why are you looking for her? You already ruined her life. Leave her the fuck alone because you knew she liked your ass and you was leading her the fuck on. Back up. So Rue does the Addy and her heart rate comes back. And dude is like, whoo, thank you, Jesus. Meanwhile, she think the shit funny, like, I almost died. And he looking at her like, this bitch is real live motherfucking crazy. I don't know if I should be friends with this hoe. So Lexi calls Cassie, but the call is ended because she ain't got no good signal or whatever in the house in the part that she's at. Lexi doesn't. So she and Fesco continue to talk about Christmas and how it was originated. And in the conversation, he learns that she don't believe in God, but he does. So she asks, how can you justify selling drugs if you believe in God? And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to get back on you on that. So I really like this little budding relationship between Fesco and Lexi because she's such a goody two shoes, and he's the bad boy that sells drugs that didn't have no parents or any guidance. I think that they will make a really good couple, but like I said, his lifestyle is so fucked up. I don't know if she's gonna be able. I think she's gonna be able to handle. I think in the beginning she's gonna be a little bit scared, but the more time she spends with him and sees how real of a person he is, she's going to grow to really care for him. I just think that, like I said, he gonna end up getting killed or going to jail by the end of this season. Or she could end up dead in some crossfire shit dealing with him. So, Kat asked Jules, did she find Rue? And she was like, nah. She was like, well, if you had, we wouldn't be hanging out like that. So she feeling some type of way, like she knows if she links back up with Rue, she ain't gonna really be seeing it for me. And she was like, you honestly right, because we wouldn't be hanging like that. My world got so small and it didn't feel good. Like, cause Rue was just a lot for her. Like, always wanted to be around her, wanting them to move in together, and it was just a lot. And she felt smothered by it because Rue was making Jules her whole fucking life, like her whole thing. Like, so even when she wasn't around anymore, that was the reason that she um went back to using, because it wasn't for herself, it was for Jules. So Maddie's still in the bathroom with Travis. They flirting and shit. Cassie trying to grab her phone so she can make sure she turned the fucking volume or whatever off. Nate sees that they still haven't came out the bathroom. He clocking everything. Meanwhile, McKay walks up and daps him up. Lexi then runs into McKay, asks him, have he seen Cassie? He was like, nah, I ain't seen her. Like, that's a sore spot for him because, they broke up. And somebody tell me down below in the comment section, ain't McKay gay? I think McKay is gay. Ain't that his secret that he's gay? Wasn't that part of his storyline last season, if I'm not mistaken? So, Lexi then calls Cassie again, and this time, because she's in a different section of the house, the call is able to go through, and Cassie's phone is buzzing in the shower. She like, oh my God, I'm about to fucking get caught. Travis pulls the shower curtain back, was like, oh shit, it's the girl in the tub passed out. And Maddie was like, I don't care, come outside and dance with me. Like, she didn't even take the time to look in the tub. I would have looked in the tub. I think anybody else would have looked in the tub. I didn't really feel like, well, Maddie's character is so fucking selfish and self-absorbed that I can believe that she wouldn't look in the tub. But out of my curiosity, I feel like anybody else would have looked in the tub. But honestly, old girl could have literally played that off like I was in here the whole time, drunk, and I passed out in the tub. Like, that could have been her lie. Like, I didn't even know Nate was in the bathroom, like peeing, like I was in her passed the fuck out. Like, she could have used her drinking as an excuse as to why she was in the tub. So Maddie and Travis walk past Nate. She kind of like flaunt dude in his face, and McKay was like, damn, like, shit still fucked up between y'all. He was like, yeah, I'm trying to do everything I can to get her back, knowing that this nigga low key bisexual and shit. Nate's so fucking fucked up in the head. So Ethan kisses Kat. They still trying to make this shit work. Um, Jules ends up spotting Rue outside at a bonfire. Lexi finds Cassie, and so does Maddie. They run into her at the same time, and then McKay sees her and pulls her away to talk. Lexi returns to the couch with Fesco, who's like, I missed you. She's like, basically like, lies you tell. He was like, why you always downplaying yourself? Like, the fuck, like, allow me to like your ass. But Lexi is so used to not being seen compared to her sister, who's like the sex pot, and she's like the quote unquote nerd smart one. So she's so used to not being seen by anybody that she don't even know how to take a compliment. So Cassie tells McKay that she felt like they were in two different places and she shouldn't be anybody's girlfriend because she don't know if she's a good person. And he gets really emotional and just like, all right, and walks off or whatever. So Jules approaches Rue and she was like, Jules. And Jules looks up and was like, hey, or whatever. Mind you, she high as a motherfucking kite. And Jules sees it, and you could tell in the look in her eyes that she's disappointed in it. So Nate asks McKay, he was like, so what happened? Did you fuck? And he was like, no, we just went in there have a conversation. She's like, man, you lying. I know you ain't go in that room and just have a conversation with her. You fuck. Dude was like, no, we didn't. He was like, you mean to tell me you ain't fuck? You saw them big ass cities in the fuck. And so McKay gets to laughing like this dude wild or whatever. And it's leading Nate to believe that he was lying, like, like you did fuck. But then he gets on some weirdo shit like Nate always does and was like, where did you come? Did you come on her titties? Did you come in her cunt? Where did you come? And dude was like, yo, you acting weird, bitch. Back the fuck up. Nate steady in his face, steady in his face. I'm like, nigga, kiss him already. Like, what the fuck are you doing, weirdo? McKay like, dude, back the fuck up. And he kept on pushing him. Finally, Nate got to him and was like, all right, or whatever. And dude was looking at like, the fuck is going on here? Like, this nigga is straight up wilding. And I just don't see it for Jacob Elordi, the guy that plays Nate anymore anyway, after him and Zendaya broke up in real life. Because as soon as they broke up, it was like 2-3 weeks later, this nigga had wifed up, what's the supermodel? Cindy Crawford supermodel daughter. So I don't really see it for him. I feel like he an opportunist. It's just something about him I don't like now. Thank God my girl Zendaya is with Tom Holland, bitch, and she's still your boss, huh? Anywho, so um Jules asks Rue, can they talk? So Elliot gives her seat and goes inside the party. So she asks Rue, when did she relapse? And at first Rue was like, I'm just smoking weed, girl. And she was like, when did you relapse? And she was like, you want me to be honest? And she was like, yeah. She was like, the night you left me. And Jules sitting there, her chin trembling and stuff, because she could have handled the situation better with Rue. Fesco tells Lexi that he loves talking to her, like she's the best person he's talked to all year. And she once again like, boy, please. So he asks her for her number and she gives it to him. After that, Fesco calls Ashtray and tells him to start the car and to get Rue. Ashtray already know what time it is. He hurry up, grab that book bag and tell Rue, if you want to ride, bitch, you better come the fuck on. So Fesco then pull off his sweater because it's go time. Lexi peeping like, what the fuck is about to go down? Then she looks over at Nate like, oh shit, like some shit is about to go down, bitch. Somebody about to get fucked to the up. So Ashtray starts the car nervously as the clock counts down to New Year's Day. Rue finds Jules and was like, I'm so sorry for being mean. I'm having a rough time and I really miss you. And she was like, uh, uh, Jules was like, I miss you too. And then Rue was like, I didn't tell you before, but I really want to be with you. And then next thing you know, Lazarus starts to sing and they kiss. And I was like, oh, they kiss, they're gonna be together. But as you can see, moving forward in this season, she has a connection with Elliot too. So that's gonna cause some problems. And then come to find out, we're gonna find out that Elliot and Jules know each other. So this really about to be crazy. So then we see Fezco approach Nate. And he was like, you make any New Year's Eve resolutions? As he's asking this, he grabs a bottle of alcohol and pours them both a drink. And he hands the drink to Nate. And Nate was like, nah, but the last time I saw you, didn't you say you was going to kill me? Fezco was like, it's all in the past, da 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 da. Next thing you know, Nate thinking they about to cheers each other. And Fezco cracked that nigga in his motherfucking dome with that motherfucking bottle and commenced to whooping Nate's big Bob the Builder, Jolly Green Giant, tree shaped ass. He fucked him up. Could nobody get Fezco off of Nate? Maddie tried, Cassie tried, her dumb ass got pushed over. McKay ass tried, everybody got pushed. Meanwhile, Lexi looking like, oh my God, this nigga I just gave my number to. Shit, this what he capable of? All hell to the dog, I done fucked to the up. Fezco beat the brakes off of Nate, and it was like, hallelujah, because Nate is a creep and he deserved to get his motherfucking ass beat. But I believe, like I said, he not just gonna let this shit ride. He's not gonna let this shit ride because he's all about perception and his popularity and not looking like no bitch to his daddy. This shit not gonna ride. That's why I feel like something gonna end up happening to Fezco later on this season because they already got shit popping on episode 1. So this shit gonna come back around this season. So after Fezco beats his ass, the camera pans to Jules and Rue, who's looking on, and Rue was like, damn. And the episode went on. I must say that the season premiere of Euphoria lived up to the hype. So happy the show is back. It was one of my favorites in 2019. Zendaya is just a star. She was meant to play Rue. The whole cast is just phenomenal. Can't wait to see how this season plays out and all the twists and turns that are about to come this season with Rue and all of the other characters. I give tonight's episode an A. It was perfect. It was beautiful. Let me know what you thought about Euphoria season 2 episode 1 down below in the comment section. Let's talk. Remember, you guys, this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time, I will be interviewing my pastor Trina Davis. We'll be talking about her life, her ministry, and most importantly, her new single, Not Too Late. It is an excellent interview. You do not want to miss this. And this Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time, I will be interviewing Cree Campbell from Growing Up Hip Hop again. She's coming back. And when I tell y'all thought the first interview that we did together was juicy, it's even better because now this time she can talk and she spills the tea. Everything that y'all want to know. I told her some of you guys' comments from the comment section. I go over everything with her. No stone is left unturned and she answers everything. We get a bunch of behind the scenes tea. You're going to be shocked. Do not miss this interview this Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And remember, this Friday is my last day of radiation. I get to ring the bell. I, of course, am going to film everything for my last Battling Breast Cancer blog, but I will continue with the whole blogging experience throughout 2022. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. See you on the next one. Bye.